Yo, Night City Wire episode 2. Let's go.
20 minutes later.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Night City Wire.
Hey,
this
it's
is
White
the
Eye
show
Lady.
from.
No, I once wanted Corpo, but after seeing some gameplay, Nomad's pretty lit though.
Well, who do we have here?
Grew up in Haywood. Whole street was my family. Neighbors helped each other out. Thought nothing of it.
I'm pleased to see you have not forgotten your roots.
Born here, live here, die here.
Childhood memories. Hopping buildings, running away from badges. Iron tasted blood from a split lip.
Motherfucker!
Do you want to spend the rest of your days blasting scabs? Or become a legend overnight?
We have arrived. The Major.
Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on!
My
Man,
childhood.
let's go.
Let's see.
Go. I'm picking.
Racing my bobber for the first time through the hills. Oh, and first kiss in the middle of a synth cornfield.
We nomads choose who to make our family. And choice forges strong bonds and a higher duty that stands solid as an old oak.
My family's in pieces. That's why I'm headed for Night City.
Makes you an outcast among outcasts.
Miss this, you know? Camaraderie.
I know. I saw it in your heart the first time we met.
Damn, it's so sad though.
You know what I always liked about nomads? Your taste, no,
Heartstrings and shit.
hunger for freedom.
This reminds me of
Not
The
easy to
Last of
come
Us.
by in Night City. Corp's got their grubby claws and everything.
I have those reports you
Alright,
asked for.
Corpo, let's see what
They
you
were
got.
supposed to be ready yesterday.
The world's going to tear us apart when the word gets around.
The world's never going to find out.
If I go down, you're going down with me. No! I'm not fucking joking.
This isn't a request, V.
But no way you're fucked, right? You're the one who fixes other people's shit. Today, they got you to zero somebody. Tomorrow, they'll get somebody else to zero you.
What's the rules, Jack? Want to be top? Gotta have some skin in the game.
Yeah, but you're not on top. Saburo Arasaka is. And you're the pendejo who keeps him there. Work for yourself, live for yourself. That's the only way.
I wanna be a furry.
Basically, our game
really
has three
like how
different
the
starts
three
depending on
trailers
your
are very
life path.
distinct.
As an
their own
example, if
flavor
you
to them.
choose the street kid
Different
life path,
soundtrack,
you have lived
different
most of your time
cinematography,
in Night City.
The
You know
nomad
the
lifestyle
streets,
is
you know
very
the gangs, you know the slang, you kind of know what's going on in the, let's say, lower life aspects of the city, which can of course give you lots of good opportunities also later on in the game. So I can give you one specific example. And this is a mission where you have to steal a flathead robot from the Maelstrom gang.
Gameplay?
Basically, those Maelstromers stole that
No, it's
flathead
this one.
before from a
They're really
corporate
conservative
transport.
on what they're
And the
showing.
owner of that corporate transport, Meredith
keeping it
Stout,
tight.
wants you to do something else. And this is an optional objective. And even within that objective, we want to give you some options.
So Philip, I do have a couple of extra questions for you based on the video we just saw. And the first is about nomads. So the nomad
Yo, let's
life
go,
path,
nomads.
This starts in a place called the Badlands. Is this somewhere you get to visit even if you don't pick nomad to start with?
Absolutely. So the thing is, Night City is surrounded by this huge landscape that we call the Badlands. And you can go there whenever you want. So as an example, if you
Whenever
actually
I
do
want.
play the nomad life path
So,
at
like,
the
how do you
start,
get
and you
out,
are
though?
in the Badlands, you can even see Night City on the horizon. And we want to give you the option
I wonder
later
what
in
the
the game.
customs are
If
like.
you
Is it
want,
gonna
you
be
can
like
just take
Papers,
your car.
Please?
We of course also want to tell their stories, because we want to tell many different stories throughout the cyberpunk genre, which means that you will also find missions that lead you out in the Badlands or where you deal with the people living there.
So Philip, can you tell us a little
Pretty
bit more
nice,
about
pretty
the character
nice.
Padre? He's the guy we see giving his business card to Street Kid V in the video. Who is this man?
Yeah,
Why are you so
Padre
old?
fixers are people that work as intermediaries. So if someone who has a lot of money needs a problem solved, they go to a fixer. And a fixer then finds people who can solve that problem. And these people are people like you, the cyberpunks. Fixers are very territorial. So Padre specifically works from Haywood, which is where you as a street kid grew up in. So you already know him.
So
you might have already seen another one of
street
our
kids straight
fixers
up
who is called Dexter Deshawn, and he works
spawn
in a
in
different
Haywood.
part of the city.
For those watching, we would love to know what you'll be picking, so have a think about it and send us a tweet. Don't forget that later in this episode, we're going to be showing you another new gameplay video and having a chat to Pavel, our senior gameplay designer, about just some of the tools. Today, we're going to take a look behind the scenes at how Refuse to bringing Johnny Silverhand's band, Samurai, to life.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
I wouldn't write these lyrics for myself. So it's kind of interesting to get into like the mindset of who is this character.
Wait, so like, is the RTJ4 album, is it gonna be in this? Because that kind of has cyberpunk vibes to it.
It's interesting to try to like catch a language that's his, and try to catch a language that's like part of this game.
God, the energy. Hell yes. Sweden.
It was Piotr maybe who was a fan of the band.
He knew Refuse and he knew my voice, and he said, oh, that's a perfect voice for Johnny.
Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Dismantling the capitalist system, yes,
a
Papa.
Sound that was because he's sort of like an anti-establishment kind of guy.
Gonna drag a corporal rat on stage, make him kneel, douse him with gas, and
Oh, that dude's voice is so gravelly.
Like this outcast and this rebel that's
a true rocker.
Against, like the corporal. That's definitely something that's been a part of my life and a part of Refuse life.
We came out of the punk rock scene of northern Sweden.
He's like the future version of us, you know?
Yeah. No trills. But yeah, but like wide vibrato.
And then just sort of build, yeah, slowly build sort of intensity.
This is so stressful. I can never be part of a band.
We don't have a different mode than just going all in. So we really worked on these songs, trying to make them as good as possible. But then they're not actually our songs.
We're not here as Refuse, we're here as Samurai. And I'm here with Johnny Silverhand.
God,
so
Johnny
like
Silverhand looks so fucking good in this game.
It's been a mind fuck.
Umeya, Sweden. That's their studio? That's dope. Holy shit. Super cozy. Looks like my grandmother's dream house.
I mean, the shouting in itself is just like second nature to me because I've been doing this for a very long time. But then when someone comes in and says,
I'm happy with everything except for Azalin. Again, it's Azza. Azza. Okay.
The shouting's great, but think of that accent, or think of that like enunciation. It's a bit weird because it's a very different way of singing.
I love the
when you're
dedication.
screaming like that, and it's hard to sort of
swallowing.
I really love it.
Syllables there.
Adjust your accent.
Oh yeah, just try it again.
So it's been a bit kind of frustrating.
It wasn't.
Well, yeah, he has to imitate Johnny Silverhand.
It wasn't
kinda.
horrible, but it wasn't great.
But I mean, I get it. I mean, we have to maintain the illusion that this character that's a character of the game also is me, like when I'm singing it. So it makes sense. But yeah, it's a bit different to have someone telling you exactly how to enunciate things, because I'm not used to, usually people are just like give me a thumbs up and then like, you know, you think the things like the rhythm and you think about the pitch and you think about all these things, but then someone comes in and like, that word sounded weird. I'm like, what? No, that's how I sing. But so it's been a very, yeah, a bit painful.
He has a very hard task.
Well, it's alright.
This dude deserves all the credit he gets. Holy shit.
Next up, Pavel and I are going to introduce you to some creative ways that you can solve problems in Night City.
Drugs! tools of destruction.
Hey V, I have a job for you. Alas, nothing ever transpires as planned with them. You better gear up for this.
The Tsunami Nekomata. Alright, let's see if it lives up to the name. The soundtrack, oh man. And this comes out, it's gonna be like 2-hour compilations of people just playing with the guns. The variety here is astonishingly high. Right now I'm just hoping it's balanced well. Mantis Blades. Alright, so you had to make a choice. The Mantis Blades, Metal Weapons, and Projectiles.
So V, are you willing?
Yeah, I'm in.
It's pretty badass.
Now, power weapons are the most similar to contemporary weapons. One thing they can do, which normal weapons cannot, is ricochet bullets off of surfaces. So you can hit somebody hiding behind cover or hiding behind a wall. Now, tech weapons, on the other hand, use electromagnetic power to propel a fully metal projectile to extreme velocities. What that allows them to do is to punch through cover or punch through walls to hit somebody who's not even aware that you're there. Smart weapons use guided missile technology to actually track targets in real time. So you can hit somebody who's dodging, running away from you, or you can hit somebody who's hiding behind cover.
So Pavel, Cyberpunk doesn't just contain FPS
Again,
elements.
we kind of
right?
saw
It's
this
also
already,
full
but I'm
into
glad
gameplay.
we're getting a nuanced explanation.
So I can tell you
of
one
that.
thing. We've spent a considerable amount of time merging the RPG and FPP side of our game. What the player will experience is that V changes from a small-time mercenary to a legend in the world of Night City. V becomes more and more proficient in using weapons as the game progresses.
How do you find more weapons in Night City? Like, where will players be looking for them?
So I expect the players to look everywhere for new and exciting weapons. You can, of course, buy weapons at vendor shops, and they will house an entire catalog of weaponry that you can get. However, the best weapons that you can find will be taken from enemies or loot caches that we have everywhere in Night City. The weapons rarities range from common to uncommon up to rare and then legendary. And as they go in rarity, they actually climb in power. However, legendary weapons are very specific in such a way that they possess unique abilities that you will find on no other weapons in the game. The players will actually need to make some tough choices to find some legendary weapons, because maybe they need to choose whether to kill a person who holds the legendary weapons that they want, or to spare them because they like them as a character.
So next question, let's talk about weapon modifications. What mods can people give to their weapons in Night City?
So we have two types of modifications in the game. One of them would be modifications that we call attachments. So these would be scopes and silencers, and you can see them actually being attached to your weapon as you're playing the game. They give you statistics advantage, and they give you more opportunities in gameplay. The other part of mods would be software mods. Now these are basically small chips that you install in your weapon, and they actually change the statistics of the gun. Some of those mods actually change the gunplay on a more fundamental level, so they can give you non-lethal rounds, biochemical rounds, to tear through that armor even faster.
Why don't you tell us about your favorite weapon then? Which is your favorite weapon so far in Night City?
Oh, there are so many weapons that it's hard to choose just one. But I can mention some manufacturers with their weapons that I absolutely adore. The first manufacturer would be Tsunami Defense Systems, who produces the sniper rifle Nekomata. That's a tech sniper rifle. That means that it can pierce through walls. So it can actually hit somebody who's hiding behind cover or who doesn't even know you're there. Of course, I also like a close quarters approach. And
I think that
what
Nekomata
that
might be
needs
my
is
favorite
a shotgun.
for now.
One of the shotguns that we have in the game is Budget Arms Carnage. Now that thing is cast from pure steel and it weighs a ton. However, you can cut a person clean in half with it. Another shotgun that I absolutely love, it's for a more refined approach, I would say, is a smart shotgun, Kangtao Zhuo. That thing has 8 barrels, and that means it can track 8 targets independently. Now, killing an entire room was never simpler.
Before we end episode 2, this is a reminder that those who wish to dive deeper into the lore can now pick up The World of Cyberpunk 2077. This is a brand new book created in collaboration with Dark Horse Books that will give you an extensive look at what makes Night City tick before jumping into the game this November.
That's it? Is that it? Is that really it? Is that really it? Was that really it?